This is Phil Bell from FreedomWorks on the Daily Mojo with your morning update. I recently had a chance to take a train to New York City and see the New York Mets retire the number of Dwight Gooden, who was their 1980s era pitching ace. Now, I had a wonderful time. Not only is Doc my favorite player, but it was great to see all of my fellow fans who were out there to support him and relive so many of the great days of times gone by. But there was just one thing that nagged me a little bit. You see, we love reliving the past, but we don't have a lot of hope for the present or the future, because after all, the current team isn't that good. And it made me think a lot of our country, because look at it this way. Every day that we go out, we celebrate someone like George Washington, Patrick Henry, Martin Luther King, Thomas Edison, you name it, up and down the line. So many people who've done a lot of great things in the past of our country, but what's going on today? Well, right now we're fighting a government that wants to take every possible nickel it can to tax us to death. We're also fighting the same government that wants to regulate us to death and prevent us from doing anything but owning nothing and liking it. It scares me the fact that we are so fixated on what we've done in the past and so willing to ignore what's going on in the present that we are not building the bright future that America is supposed to have. So it's important for us to take some positive steps and to do so immediately. And let's look at in our own lives. If you're working at a job, look for ways that you can do it better. It may not make the company better, but you having that spirit shows others that they can do it too. That means some people think about starting their own businesses. Some will go get better jobs. All of them will look for ways to make their families even better, and that will help all of us. Doing that one by one by one will help make our entire nation better and restore that spirit of innovation, growth, and thriving that made people like Patrick Henry and George Washington so revolutionary in the era that they lived in. And it can make us revolutionary in the era that we live in. Let's point America back in the right direction. And the best way to do that is to go to freedomworks.org and join our freedom teams. There we will help you understand what it takes to make America even greater. We'll see you tomorrow, and I hope you have a great day.
Phil Bell's Morning Update is only on the Daily Mojo.com.